Society has taught us to fear being a beginner, and fear being a beginner and an adult is even scarier. Like when you're a kid and you start something new, it's already a little intimidating depending what age you do it at. But then being an adult when you start something new is like even crazier. My younger self on my vanity because she deserves to be looked at and admired every day. And for the affirmations on my vanity, how cute are my nails? Yeah. My closet looks like a mess. You can't see it from here, but I see it in my reflection of my mirror. I got really cute new shoes from the Real from Stuart Wattsman, but unfortunately they always fuck up the sizing. Like I bought these as a 6, but they're really a 7, but I love them so much. They were only $30 that I think I'm just gonna put the little thing there so my foot doesn't slip, because when I wear socks it actually stays on. Aren't they cute? So cute. As you know, or some of you guys may know, I got my little following on TikTok from being a designer, making my own clothes, having a fashion brand. I've been working on that since 2020, but I started to have that dream in like 2015, and then my dad passed away in 2017, and it really changed my brain chemistry. It changed so much within me. 2020 came around, and although I still had a calling to do it, there was a part of me that felt like it was an old dream, an outdated dream. And even though there's still parts of me now that feels called to create some things in terms of wardrobe and stuff. Oh my god, I have like rips all over this. So although I still sometimes feel called to do it, that dream is like slowly diminishing. And maybe I'll come back to it one day, but right now I don't feel called to make it my whole business and my whole identity. When you feel like the strong urge to pivot, you have to listen, because the urge is gonna grow and grow, and then one day you're gonna be so far deep in something that maybe you only did because you felt like you can. You know, there's been so many times where I've manifested things. Okay, like I had a clear vision of what I wanted, but I manifested like a couple levels down of that because I knew I could get that instead of just going for the thing that I wanted. And I know so many of us do that, like downplay what it is that we really want. And that definitely ties in with self-worth. My good friend, her name is Rachel, who passed away, it's gonna be a year now. She would always tell me it's okay to change your mind. And that has really stuck with me because I think for so many of us, we care so much about what other people may think, or damn, we already put all this work, like why would I change? Why would I go a new direction? But the truth is, this world is ever evolving and it's ever changing. And the moment we don't feel called to do anything, to do that one thing that we once did and we still stick with it, we're kind of going against our own soul. I've been feeling called to change the direction of my career for the past 3 years, but I didn't really know what new direction to take. All I knew was how I wanted it to feel and how I wanted it to look. I didn't really know the details. I didn't really know the ins and outs. So I started just diving into the things that interested me, whether it was acting classes or dance classes or, you know, meditation and yoga classes and storytelling and, you know, cinematography and all these things. And I may not exactly know the full picture yet, but I do know that I feel like I've made the right decision. And I feel like it's better to not go against that inner calling, because it's gonna get louder and louder and louder, and then the more deeper you get into something that you actually don't want to do, the harder it is to get out. I think a lot of the reason why we're so scared to change direction is because it's unfamiliar, you know. But what if we just surrender to the unfamiliar? What if we just start to welcome in the uncomfortableness? I feel like in 2025, it's all about the year of getting out of my comfort zone. again, I took those acting classes. Like I was always scared to speak in front of a crowd. And obviously in my acting classes, I had to go up on a stage and say my lines. And that really freaked me because it helped me so much get over the fear of being perceived and over the fear of just having the attention on me. I think that was a big thing. If nobody was paying attention to you, to be honest, like nobody really is paying attention to us, but if we felt like nobody was actually paying attention to us, why would we be scared to try something new or to change direction? Society has taught us to fear being a beginner, and fear being a beginner and an adult is even scarier. Like when you're a kid and you start something new, it's already a little intimidating depending what age you do it at. But then being an adult when you start something new is like even crazier. Like I feel like it's so frowned upon, or maybe it's just a perception we all have that it's frowned upon, you know. It's like, I don't know. But being a beginner at something is such a beautiful thing in your adulthood, especially in your adulthood. I don't know. Just love yourself enough to be a beginner at something that's calling your soul.